Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, we are at November 15th. We are 92 days away from the 2026 Daytona 500. We found out yesterday that the number 40 from Junior Motorsports will make their second attempt at the Great American Race. The number 40, Chris Stapleton's Traveler's Whiskey Chevrolet Camaro, I think it's called now. The new body came out yesterday as well. So I know everyone's like trying to hold NASCAR to the fire of a rule they had 50 years ago. Rules change. I think the rule is 3 years after the car left production or whatever the rule is, and it's fine. You know what? GM is going to be a part of this sport. They've been a part of it for a long time. I think the car looks kind of cool. It looks a little different than the previous model. It looks like they made some minor adjustments to it. NASCAR takes all three cars to the wind tunnel multiple times throughout the season. They do all these tests on them. This isn't new to all these teams. This isn't new. This wasn't announced November 14th, and no GM team, no Chevrolet team has ever seen this car before. They already have this stuff, people. It's not just like out of the blue for these teams. They already know what's going on. So, no, I find it really cool seeing that number 40 for Junior Motorsports back in the Cup Series with Justin Allgaier for the Daytona 500, hopefully. Hopefully qualifies then. But we are 92 days away. I know we had some other news as well come out. The Chevy body came out. They added a thing in the rule book about new OEM testing, which we know for the Ram truck. We know more than likely Dodge is coming in the Xfinity next year in Cup. But it's not been announced, and it's not the Dodge Ram truck. It's just Ram trucks. They are a sister company to Dodge. Ram, Stenellis is the corporate company. They're not going to put all this effort into the truck series if the plan is an Xfinity Cup. Colic Racing is not going to put all their eggs in the basket for the truck series they've never ran in before without an end goal of Xfinity and Cup with Dodge. So we all know that's coming. So they talked about some, testing for those new OEMs, and I think there's a couple other rulebook things that came out. I know everyone's still talking about the playoff format. That's still on the table, and Adam Stern reported something that NASCAR told some of the teams higher ups that there would be a playoff. This is also prior to Steve O'Donnell saying on whatever podcast he was on when he said that NASCAR is looking at changing it. They're looking for a buy-in from the fans and from the competitors. I think to get that buy-in that OD is wanting, we know the answer to it. That's a different video. We are 92 days away from Daytona. Let's check out and profile car number 92. Two-time NASCAR Grand National Champion. Herb Thomas is, I would say, the most famous guy in the 92 by far. It's ran a few other times since then, but not as almost half the races was ran by Herb Thomas. So, in the Cup side, 496 starts, 43 wins, 121 top fives, 195 top tens, 37 poles. The first race for the 92 in the Cup Series, September 11, 1949. The last race, April 29, 2018. 60 different drivers, but only 2 ever won. It was a Chevrolet 140 times. It was a Hudson Hornet 120 times. Ford 114, Dodge 50, Plymouth 44, Buick 24, Mercury and Pontiac 10, Cadillac, Chrysler, Oldsmobile, and Packard, 1 each. Herb Thomas, 200 starts in that number 92, 42 wins, 111 top fives, 141 top tens, average finish 8.7. I do want to note, if you saw the picture, the car number is not on the door. I'll repeat that a little louder for people in the back. The car number is not in the center of the door. That hasn't always been the case in NASCAR. That's just more a modern era thing. But hey, we could argue that in a different video as well. But just note that. All right, Skip Manning, 72 starts, 2 top 5s, 16 top 10s, average finish 17.8. Larry Smith, 38 starts, 9 top 10s, average finish 22.6. Stacy Compton, the latest driver of the 92, 35 starts, 1 top 10, average finish 27.6. Gerald Duke, there's a name you don't hear. 17 starts, 1 top 5, 7 top 10s, average finish 17.6. Bobby Walwick, 14 starts, 3 top 10s, average finish 21.6. Marvin Panch, 3 starts, 1 win, 1 top 5, 1 top 10, and average finish 10.3. Now, these are not all-inclusive stats to the drivers. These are not all-inclusive stats to the car number. 60 different drivers ran the number 60 in the Cup Series. The Strictly Stock, Grand National, Winston Cup, Nextel Cup, Sprint Cup, Monster Cup, Current Cup. So I'm just written down 7 of them. So yeah, there's still an all-inclusive list there at driveraverages.com. These are just kind of the top ones. I'll do the same thing for Xfinity and Truck. One of the reasons I started doing this is Larry McReynolds on Track on XM Satellite Radio NASCAR does his countdown every year. Number of days till the Daytona 500. I thought that was kind of cool. I wanted to do something. I was like, how can I do that? What would be kind of cool? My profile the car number. And then also Dave Moody's XM Speedway there, his Legend Series. He ends every Legend Series in Unfiltered with the same question. How do you want to be remembered? And everybody has their own little thing, the quirk. And the King, Richard Petty, said the best one I thought was, I just want to be remembered. So, I look at a Skip Manning, a Larry Smith, Stacy Compton. These are names that, through the 77-year history of NASCAR, were there. They came in, they did their thing, they moved on. They're not talked about. They're not remembered. And it's like, we remember the champions and we want to talk about. We talk about Herb Thomas on occasion. We talk about Rex White on occasion. But not a lot. Not like we do with Joey Logano or the current drivers. So it's like, sometimes it's nice to kind of look at the history of the sport and see how we got to where we're at now. The good, the bad, the indifferent. Just the facts of NASCAR. So it's like, I love to go back and look at the history, and part of that was also with Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s Lost Speedways. It's like, well, just hearing the history of some of these tracks and some of the stuff he talks about on there, it's like made me really want to deep dive in some of the history. It's like I never thought about looking at, a track that used to be there, pieces are still left, until I watched that. I was like, I want to go on an old racetrack. That'd be fun. And talk to people at the race there and hear the stories of, Carl Keefkaver, one car taking out a former driver and letting his current driver win a championship, and Keefkaver paying NASCAR to add a race so his guy will win a championship, because it's like just all that kind of stuff is like fascinating. What kind of went down in NASCAR in the past to get to where we are today. Just like the still under the stands at North Wilkesboro, that was a rumor until the stands collapsed, and there it was. All right, Xfinity Series, 485 starts, 5 wins, 39 top 5s, 92 top 10s. The first race for the 92 in Xfinity was October 9th, 1982, and last race was October 4th, 2025. 50 different drivers, 3 different drivers have won. Josh Williams, who actually just re-signed the drive to 92 for DGR Motorsports for 2026. We know he was with DGR in the 92 car. The famous, infamous NASCAR tell him to park it. He parks it on the start-finish line and walks back and to the tower. And we know the rest there. He signed with Colic Racing. I was one of those that thought, put this guy in good equipment. This will be fun. Yeah, it wasn't as fun as we thought it would be. As a Colic fan, he was released this year. Back to DGM, glad he landed on his feet. Definitely one of those kind of casual fans. It's like, I'm kind of look at the lineup, go, where's Josh Williams at today? Oh, that's cool, and then move on, kind of deal. But yeah, he re-signed for 2026 in that car. 10 top 10s. Let's see if he can improve on that this year. 21.6 average finish when he was in the 92. Larry Pearson, David Pearson's son, 2-time Xfinity or Busch Series Grand National Champion. 91 starts in the 92, 2 wins, 13 top 5s, 30 top 10s, average finish 17.7. Jimmy Johnson. Yes, 07 time. 07 time, had 2 years in Xfinity, driving the 92, 69 starts, 1 win, 4 top 5s, 16 top 10s, average finish of 18.0. Those numbers got him a ride in the number 48 Lowe's Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. The rest, they would say, is history. But just because he didn't do that well in Xfinity didn't mean he wasn't going to do well in Cup. Larry Pearson, 2-time Busch Grand National Champion, didn't do a lot in Cup. So you can have the greatest Xfinity numbers in the history of the sport, doesn't mean you're going to do well in Cup. You can have poor Xfinity numbers and do well in Cup. So when we talk about the rookies of like Connor Zilic and people like that, they go from Xfinity to Cup. We know William Byron took a few years. Chase Elliott took a few years to win. Ty Gibbs has taken a few years. He hasn't won yet. Carson Hocevar, he only had a few starts, so he's kind of even him and Zane Smith are kind of down on that, learning curve. We don't know what's going to happen with Connor this year, so that could be interesting to kind of see where he does kind of compare to what is he going to be like, some of these drivers who did well in Xfinity and boom, took off in Cup, or kind of somebody who was just on the top of the world in Xfinity and struggled in Cup. We'll see. But Jimmy Johnson, that 1 win in the 92 Xfinity car. Todd Bodine, 46 starts, 2 wins, 12 top 5s, 19 top 10s, average finish 16.2. Dennis Seltzer, 22 starts, average finish 40.9. Kind of a start and park team, I believe it was, because to average a finish of 40.9 when there was only 43 cars in the field, yeah, you're consistently in the back. Dexter Stacy, 17 starts, average finish 28.6. On the truck side, 113 starts, 7 top 5s, 19 top 10s for the 92. First start, March 17th, 1996. Last start, May 23rd, 2019. 26 different drivers. Clay Rogers, 16 starts, 1 top 5, 1 top 10. Average finish 18.4. Regan Smith, 13 starts, 2 top 10s. Average finish 14.1. Parker Clearman, 10 starts, 1 top 5, 3 top 10s, 18.0 average finish. Scott Riggs, the father of Lane Riggs, 10 starts, 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, average finish 20.7. Charlie Cragen, 9 starts, average finish 22.3. Kevin Harvick, 4 starts, 3 top 5s, 3 top 10s, average finish 6.3. Stacy Compton, 4 starts, 1 top 5, 4 top 10s, average finish was 6.3. All right, so 92 days away from the Great American Race. We profile car number 92, which we know in Xfinity Series in 2026 will be driven by Josh Williams. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show, and stay tuned, and we'll get that playoff video up soon. My thoughts on the 3 systems we've had, and my thoughts going forward as well. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.